My name is Adesha, and this is about my observation experience. Four main concepts I'm going to be going over today is where did my hours take place and with who, my takeaways, students I observed and their disability, and finally my conclusion. So for number one, where did my hours take place and with who? My observation hours took place and were completed at Bud Rank Elementary. I completed my hours in Miss Behern's special education classroom. Within the classroom, there are two students who fall underneath the severe category due to their learning disability. These two students have a severe case of autism spectrum disorder. In this classroom, there's a total of 8 students, but in the rooms next to her, there's more special education classrooms. They just like to keep a limit of how many kids are in there so they have their own space. My takeaways. So, some of my top takeaways of observing in this classroom is to have an impaired area where the children who are overstimulated can go and have time to themselves. And Ms. Behern and her fellow special education teachers next to her, they have a whole room dedicated to be a calming space for children. These children can go in there and sit and relax underneath stars on the couch that are on the ceiling, or a student can release their anger by squishing like some of the foam balls they have in there, or even jumping on the small trampoline they have in there to relieve their stress. Students I observed and their disability. During my observation hours, I observed 2 students in particular who had a severe autism disorder. One student, his name was David, prefers to have his own space to himself and have sensory activities handy by his side. Although he does not talk much, I was able to crack a couple of conversations out of him and learned about his favorite things to do. And I was able to learn that he was very attached to Miss Behern. Another student that I observed was James. He was very expressive of his emotions and had a hard time of controlling of what he was feeling. James loved to be around his peers, and I learned that he loved to learn and hear about space because of the planets and their different colors. Other than James having a hard time controlling what he was feeling, he was very cooperative and listened to Miss Behern's very well to try to control his emotions he was feeling. Both students showed different personalities, but once you sat there and got into a conversation with them and related to things they loved and enjoyed, they loved to be vocal with you. Lastly, what I'm taking with me after my observation hours, I am taking with me how important it is to be patient and understand the children's emotions. There will be so many different students with disabilities and personalities that will need to be accommodated to, and I loved being a part of Miss Behern's classroom and having such positive experience and interactions. And now I have new friendships that I can take with me as I complete my journey to be a special education teacher. Thank you.